After 67 years of living, having experienced the twists and turns of life, including 2 marriages that ended, I find myself still yearning for that special connection, a bond that goes beyond companionship and touches the very core of my being. It's a feeling as natural as the air I breathe, an instinct woven deep into my soul that tells me I am not done with love, not done with passion. So often, when night falls and the world quiets, my mind drifts to the possibility of someone new, someone who will walk alongside me in the next chapter of life with a spark that sets the heart racing. In this quiet imagining, I see her clearly, a woman crafted by kindness and strength, with laughter that fills the room and eyes that hold secrets only she understands. She is sharp not just in wit, but in spirit. Intelligence, I have learned, is the kind of charm that never fades and only draws you closer over time. Her beauty is not the fleeting kind, but the kind that grows richer each day, radiating warmth and comfort as naturally as the morning sun. Her curves, gentle and inviting, speak of a life well nurtured, a confidence that embraces every part of who she is. Her hair is thick, dark, and long, like strands of a midnight river tumbling gracefully down her back to rest just above her waist. She refuses to change the color, proud of the natural gift she was given, a testament to authenticity and self-respect. Dark brows frame her eyes perfectly, accentuating a gaze that can be both playful and deeply thoughtful. She wears no need for makeup, shining instead with the natural glow of self-assurance and inner beauty. Her figure is substantial yet balanced, soft yet strong. You can tell she's no stranger to honest work, her shoulders show it, a hint of gentle perseverance wrapped in feminine grace. Her presence is grounding, the kind of calm before the storm and the steady heartbeat in the quiet moments. There is an energy about her that buzzes beneath the surface, a subtle but powerful force that promises connection, intimacy, and heartfelt moments shared in the privacy of closeness. In my daydreams, she stands near the softly worn armchair where I sit, both of us aware of the unspoken desires lingering in the air. Her eyes glimmer with anticipation, reflecting a shared excitement that doesn't need words. It is a dance of mutual interest, a silent invitation. Slowly, my hand moves down from the armrest, seeking what it knows instinctively. The warmth beneath my fingers is a familiar comfort, a gentle reassurance that despite the years, the flame within still burns strong. I appreciate the resilience of this part of me, the way it responds with eager readiness, the way it maintains its proud stance even after all that life has offered. She watches quietly, her attention fixed on this simple, intimate ritual. In her mind, she feels as if the warmth I hold is meant for her, an unspoken promise of closeness and shared moments yet to come. Her presence alone is a balm, her smile a beacon of encouragement and desire. As my hand moves, a rhythm begins to take shape, slow at first, savoring every second, every sensation. The world outside fades until all that remains is the soft sounds of our breathing, the subtle movements of two souls beginning to merge together quietly, tenderly. The room seems to pulse with a new energy, a delicate current of attention and care flowing between us. She reaches out, her hand gentle as it brushes against her own body, mirroring the rhythm I have set. Her touch speaks of longing, of connection, of a hunger that is not just physical but emotional and spiritual. There is a beautiful symmetry in this shared desiree, a delicate balance of giving and receiving, seeking and finding. In this suspended moment, I feel completely alive. The past, with its hardships and heartaches, seems distant. Here, there is only the no, the promise of new beginnings, the hope of shared discoveries in the realm of touch and tenderness. Our private universe blooms silently, filled with anticipation and the simple thrill of being with someone who understands, who desires, who is present. With every beat of excitement, I feel gratitude for the gift of imagination and the hope it carries. For even if this woman exists only in the quiet corners of my mind, she represents something essential, the enduring human need to connect deeply, to feel desired and to desire in return. As the rhythm deepens, she steps closer, her movements fluid, almost hesitant but brimming with intent. Her eyes lock with mine, sparking with the kind of communication that transcends words. In that gaze, I find reassurance, a silent promise that this dance we share is mutual and cherished. Together, we explore the tender landscape of touch and sensation, rediscovering the joy found in simple acts of affection and the electric charge of mutual attention. It is a landing strip for dreams, a runway leading us into skies filled with warmth and possibility. In this imagined embrace, I am reminded that age may add years, but it cannot diminish the vibrant core of desire that makes us feel alive. The anticipation, the connection, the shared moments of pleasure, they are timeless, a reminder that the heart knows no expiration date. And so, at 67 years and beyond, with experience etched into every line on my face, I find myself yearning not just for love, but for the magic that comes when two souls dare to take flight together. Together, imagining, hoping, and embracing the endless possibilities waiting just beyond the horizon. In the quiet moments of the afternoon, as sunlight filters gently through the curtains, the scene unfolds with an unspoken anticipation. The room is filled with a warm glow, the kind that wraps around you like a soft embrace, inviting comfort and intimacy. She stands close, not quite touching, but near enough that the electricity between us hums softly in the air. Her presence is a quiet promise, a steady pulse of energy that ignites something deep within, a reminder that desire and connection transcend age and circumstance. Every glance she casts my way carries the weight of unspoken words, the meaning held in eyes that speak volumes without sound. It is in this space between fantasy and reality that our story begins to take shape. The air is thick with the slow, gentle rhythm of anticipation as my hand moves with care, deliberate yet tender. The connection is not rushed, rather it is a slow crescendo, a dance of nerves and excitement played out in the motion of fingertips over familiar ground. There is a sacredness in this acta celebration of life, of vitality and the enduring power of touch. The sensations ripple like gentle waves beneath the skin, each stroke a note in a symphony composed entirely by our shared yearning. It is a moment suspended in time where every breath feels amplified and every subtle shift in the atmosphere calls for patience and appreciation. She watches intently, her eyes never leaving the movement. In her gaze, I see a reflection of my own longing, a mirror held up that amplifies the electric charge between us. She does not shy away but embraces the moment fully, allowing herself to be present without hesitation or doubt. Her confidence is magnetic, drawing me deeper into the dream we weave together with every shared glance and every quiet sigh. At this juncture, the world outside ceases to exist. There is only here, only now, a small universe defined by mutual surrender and shared exploration. Her body speaks to me even without touch, every curve and line telling stories of strength and sensuality. I imagine tracing the paths of her form with my hands, mapping the terrains that invite tenderness and reverence. The idea of closeness becomes tangible, a calling that beckons with sweet insistence. Lost in this reverie, my senses sharpen. I notice the subtle shifts in her breathing, the soft rise and fall of her chest, the way her hair cascades and catches the light. The air around us seems charged, alive with the promise of moments yet to be shared, and the deep comfort that comes from mutual understanding. She moves her hand to herself with gentle curiosity, a mirrored expression of desire that heightens the intimacy between us. The simple act of self-discovery becomes a shared experience, a conversation without words where vulnerability is met with respect and warmth. Our dynamic settles into a familiar rhythm, a dance perfected through time and patience. My pace quickens, mindful and deliberate, as the layers of tension build within us both. It is a delicate balance of control and surrender, a coaxing of pleasure that arouses the spirit as much as the body. The connection deepens, not just physical, but emotional, a shared space where aspirations and sensations intertwine gracefully. She steps closer, her movements fluid yet purposeful. Her gaze holds a playful spark, a silent invitation that sets my pulse racing. She offers herself in this moment not just as a subject, but as an active participant, a partner in this dance of affection. Her finger glides with gentle intent, sending waves of pleasure that ripple through the silence and bring a soft, guttural sound from deep within. It is a raw, honest expression of need, a testament to how natural and vital such moments are in the tapestry of our lives. The rise and fall of our breathing quickens in unison, the space between us shrinking with each heartbeat. She brings her finger to my lips, a gesture both intimate and daring. I taste the essence of her desire, the sweetness of her vulnerability mingling with the warmth of our shared experience. The unusual tenderness of the moment stirs a depth of feeling that transcends the physical, binding us in a connection that is tender and fierce all at once. Though it may sound simple, the exchange is layered with meaning. It is trust. It is invitation. It is the shared language of affection that grows richer over time. We play with this closeness, savoring every sensation, every shift in mood and tempo as the dance unfolds. Her laughter bubbles up, light and genuine, breaking the intensity just enough to remind us both of the joy found in these shared moments. Bending closer, she offers a tender playfulness, teasing with the softness of her touch. My mouth finds her gently, and the connection deepens as I respond with reverence and delight. Her quiet moans weave through the air like a melody, a song that celebrates the beauty of two souls simply enjoying the sacred act of being together. Each moment is treasured, every gentle action a brushstroke in the vibrant painting of our shared experience. Through it all, I remain deeply aware of the passage of time, of the grace that allows these moments to be savored rather than rushed. This is not a fleeting rush, but a carefully tended flame, a celebration of desire that blooms fully only when given room to grow. We move through the experience together, with patience, with affection, with a sense of wonder that keeps the spirit youthful and the heart open. As she positions herself nearby, the space between us charged with silent promises, I feel the warmth of her body reflected in my own. We are partners in this journey, explorers of sensations both familiar and new. Her voice, smooth and soft, plays over me like a gentle whisper, affirming the connection that binds us and adding a layer of shared excitement that both comforts and exhilarates. In her words, I hear the echo of my own feelings, a chorus that sings of togetherness and anticipation. Our dance continues, shaped by mutual attention and care. Fingers trace the curves that speak of strength and softness, touch, painting a story of understanding and respect. Each movement is deliberate, each glance meaningful, as we navigate the landscape of desire with a balance of urgency and tenderness. The rhythms fall into place, a melding of intention and instinct that brings us closer to the edges of joy and release. She asks the question without words, a flicker of curiosity and invitation in her eyes. The answer is all in the tightening of my grip, the respondent pulse in every part of me that yearns to be embraced fully and without hesitation. Her body reacts in kind, a dance of anticipation and connection that fills the room with a quiet electricity. In this vulnerable exchange, trust blooms, the foundation upon which all pleasure is built. And then, as the moments crescendo, I feel the surge of energy release. It is a peak not just of sensation, but of connection, a celebration of all the tenderness, patience, and intimacy that has led us here. Together, in this shared act, we find a kind of magic that transcends the physical, a moment of complete unity that touches the very soul. As waves of relief and bliss wash over us, I realize that this connection is more than desire, it is a profound affirmation of life itself. The afternoon light softens as we settle into a comfortable rhythm, the air between us charged with quiet anticipation and gentle intimacy. The shared space feels alive, textured with the warmth of mutual attention and the subtle electric thrill of closeness. Her eyes hold a playful sparkle, and the curve of her smile hints at unspoken promises. I am drawn into the moment, fully present as our connection deepens with every slow breath and tender gesture. Time slows, measured only by the rise and fall of our synchronized heartbeats, as if the world outside has melted away, leaving just us in this cocoon of shared sensations. Each movement is deliberate but unhurried, a dance of patience and affection, that honors every nuance. My hands explore with care, tracing familiar paths that speak of long-held desire and renewed awakening. She welcomes each touch with responsive warmth, her body echoing the quiet rhythm that builds between us. There is a sacredness in this exchange, communion of spirit as much as flesh, that fills the room with a glow beyond the fading sunlight. Our breaths mingle, creating a soft symphony of whispered sounds and quiet sighs, a language only we understand. The subtle pressure of her fingertips, the gentle arch of her back, and the tender curve of her smile all weave together to create an experience rich with meaning and emotion. Her hand moves with exploratory confidence, gently bridging the space between us as she embraces the sensation of connection. I watch her with admiration and desire, captivated by the tenderness and playfulness that shine through every motion. The delicate balance of vulnerability and strength that she carries is intoxicating, each of her gestures a testament to trust and affection shared freely. Our eyes meet, and in them I see a reflection of my own longing and gratitude for this shared intimacy. It is in this mutual giving and receiving that the deepest pleasures unfold, nourished by the attention and care that we invest in one another. I feel my own pulse quickening as she draws closer, the heat of anticipation building steadily. The sensations ripple through me, intensified by the knowledge that this is not just a physical moment, but an affirmation of life, desire, and the enduring power of connection. My hands find their way with renewed confidence, exploring and savoring the contours that have become so familiar, yet remain endlessly fascinating. With each touch, the tension within us coalesces, a gathering storm of sensation that promises release and joy. When she reaches out, placing a gentle finger with deliberate intent, the interplay of sensation and emotion deepens. Her touch is both a question and an answer, an invitation met with grateful acceptance. The sound that escapes her soft, deep, and genuine fills the space between us like a tender melody, affirming the pleasure and vulnerability shared without the need for words. In that moment, there is a crystalline clarity. That true connection transcends all barriers, weaving two hearts into a single, harmonious rhythm. As our breathing intensifies, matching the growing fervor of the moment, she offers a playful, daring gesture, placing her finger between my lips. The taste of her presence lingers, sweet and intimate, stirring emotions as profound as the physical sensations themselves. It is a moment etched with tenderness and trust, a pause filled with the delicious tension of shared anticipation. The dance we perform is not hurried or rushed. Instead, it unfolds with grace and reverence for the unique bond that blossoms in these quiet exchanges. Bent toward me, she invites me to explore with my mouth, deepening the connection that courses between us. The gentle warmth of her body, the softness of her touch, and the sweet sounds she makes build an atmosphere thick with affection and desire. Our shared laughter briefly breaks the intensity, a reminder of the joy that can be found in playfulness, even amid profound moments of intimacy. Her smile lights up the room, a beacon of freedom and contentment in this private world we create. To savor every sensation fully, we slow our pace, letting the experience wash over us like a gentle tide. Our bodies communicate effortlessly, a language of touch, breath, and glance that speaks of affection and understanding. The passage of time is marked only by the ebb and flow of this unspoken dialogue, a sacred exchange sustained by mutual respect and longing. In this cocoon of warmth and tenderness, the outside world feels distant and inconsequential. All that matters is the unbroken connection that binds us as we traverse this landscape of feeling together. With mutual consent and an openness born of deep trust, she moves closer still, drawing the space between us into a shared realm of sensation. Her voice, husky and smooth, becomes a tender soundtrack to the unfolding moment, affirming every subtle gesture and reinforcing the intimate bond that strengthens with every breath. Together, we navigate the balance between urgency and restraint, pleasure and patience, crafting an experience that is as much about emotional closeness as physical delight. These slow, deliberate moments create a mosaic of sensations, each touch, each smile, each sigh forming a piece of a larger picture painted with affection and care. The rhythm we develop is both calming and exhilarating, a dance choreographed by desire and the mutual joy of discovery. Fingers trace gentle paths, exploring curves and textures with reverence, revealing new depths of pleasure forged from familiarity and fresh curiosity. The question lingers quietly, awaiting answer. The moment carries a tension that is as beautiful as it is inevitable, an apex charged with possibility and promise. My response is instinctive, an echo of the longing that has been growing stronger with each passing minute. Our bodies respond in harmony, moving together as if guided by a shared sense of purpose and delight. The room feels alive with the energy of connection, a private celebration of unity and passion that transcends the language of words. As the crescendo builds, there is a release not only of physical sensation, but of emotional fulfillment. This culmination is a peak of shared joy, a moment of perfect alignment where care, attention, and desire converge. It is an affirmation of the power of intimacy to heal, nurture, and strengthen, a reminder that even in the quietest gestures lies profound meaning. In those waves of bliss, we find a sanctuary, a place where age, time, and circumstance fall away, leaving two souls intertwined in a seamless embrace. The aftermath is gentle and tender. We linger in the soft aftermath, our breaths slowly returning to a calm rhythm as the space between us fills with quiet warmth. She leans into me, resting with a contented sigh that speaks of satisfaction and peace. Holding her close, I am filled with gratitude for this moment, this rare and precious gift of connection that renews the spirit and feeds the heart. Together, we drift into a shared silence, knowing that this is but one chapter in an ongoing story of affection, discovery, and love. The afternoon air settles into a warm, comfortable stillness as we continue to share this intimate moment. Her presence is a steady, reassuring pulse beside me, the gentle rise and fall of her breath harmonizing with my own. Each motion is measured and thoughtful, as if time itself has slowed to honor the quiet exchange of affection and closeness between us. I reach out, my fingers tracing familiar paths along the curves of her body, rediscovering the softness and strength that make her uniquely captivating. The tender exploration feels like a conversation without words, where every touch conveys more than language ever could. Her skin responds eagerly, amplifying the silent dialogue of connection and desire that grows more profound with every lingering caress. In this shared space, there is a sacred balance between giving and receiving, a mutual respect that allows vulnerability to blossom into something beautiful and empowering. I notice the subtle changes, the slight change in her gaze, the gentle arch of her back, the soft sighs that escape her lips, and I adjust my touch accordingly, attuned to the rhythm of her responses. There is a harmony in our interaction, a graceful dance that invites trust and openness without haste or pressure. Each movement builds upon the last, weaving a tapestry of sensation that warms and delights, drawing us deeper into the rich landscape of shared intimacy. She moves with a freedom born of comfort and confidence, her hands exploring in turn with deliberate softness. The delicate curve of her smile tells me she enjoys the give and take, the playful exchange that enhances our connection. Her eyes meet mine with an intensity that carries both affection and a hint of mischief, inviting me to join her fully in this moment of discovery. With every breath, the pulse of our shared experience grows stronger, an undercurrent of energy that fuels the dance of touch and response stretching between us. The gentle heat of her body contrasts beautifully with the coolness of the room, creating a dynamic that is both soothing and invigorating. I savor the sensation of my hands moving with intention, guiding and responding to the cues she offers. Fingers glide along curves, finding places that elicit quiet shivers and soft murmurs of pleasure. The artistry in her reactions, the way she tilts her head, the arching of her neck, the flicker of her eyelashes becomes a language of its own, richer and more compelling than any spoken word. In the ebb and flow of our shared rhythm, time becomes irrelevant. The world outside ceases to intrude, leaving only the soft interplay of sensation, emotion, and mutual devotion. The steady cadence of our breathing, the warmth of her skin beneath my fingertips, and the gentle weight of her body leaning into mine combine to create a sanctuary of comfort and desire. It is a place where the heart can unfold openly, unburdened by doubt or fear, and where the simple act of closeness becomes an act of profound affirmation. As the momentum builds, the dance evolves into a crescendo of feeling. Her touch grows bolder, responding to the eager pulse that beats beneath the surface. I match her movement with equal passion, mindful of every subtle cue that guides our interaction. There is a thrilling intensity in this give and take, a balance of power and surrender that elevates the experience to something transcendent. The connection becomes more than physical, encompassing a deep emotional bond forged through shared vulnerability and trust. In this luminous moment, she offers a playful challenge, her eyes sparkling as she invites me to explore further. My hands respond eagerly, tracing paths that both excite and comfort, their touch a promise of affection and respect. The space between us contracts, charged with an electric anticipation that quickens our breaths and sharpens every sensation. Her voice, soft yet insistent, weaves through the quiet air, blending with the shared sounds of pleasure and intimacy that fill the room. The dance reaches its peak, a perfect alignment of body and spirit, where every gesture is imbued with meaning and every shared glance carries the weight of deep connection. The release is gentle yet powerful, a wave of sensation that ripples through us both, leaving traces of warmth and contentment in its wake. In that moment, the world falls away completely, and all that remains is the profound joy of being fully seen, fully known, and fully embraced. As the waves of calm wash over us, we linger in the aftermath, wrapped in the tender quiet that follows such moments of closeness. She nestles against me, her body folding into mine with a familiarity that soothes and reassures. Holding her gently, I am filled with gratitude for this precious exchange, a testament to the enduring power of love, desire, and human connection. Together, we savor the softness of the moment, knowing that this shared space of warmth and affection is a sanctuary to which we can always return. The gentle quiet of the evening wraps around us like a soft blanket as we settle deeper into one another's arms. The weight of the day has faded, replaced by the comforting warmth of shared closeness. Her body curves against mine, the softness of her skin and the steady rhythm of her breathing a balm to the soul. In this suspended moment, it feels as though time itself has paused to honor the space we've created, a sanctuary of tenderness, trust, and ease. There's a gentle intimacy in the way our bodies fit together, a kind of spoken promise that needs no words, only the steady beat of two hearts finding rest together. I trace a path along her side, fingers exploring as lightly as a breeze, savoring this quiet communion where touch speaks volumes. Our shared quietness speaks of comfort and belonging, a deep contentment that blossoms, not only from physical closeness, but from the emotional safety we've built together. The casual brush of her hand against mine becomes a conversation of its own, a reassurance and a gentle invitation all at once. Her eyes close briefly, a soft smile curving her lips, a silent expression of peace in this moment's perfect stillness. There is no hurry here, no pressing need to fill the space with sound or movement. Instead, every quiet breath and lingering caress forms the tender rhythm of our intimacy. The softness between us encourages exploration without urgency. My hand drifts slowly, mapping familiar contours newly cherished with each touch. I let my fingers wander, admiring the way her body responds to even the gentlest of touches. Her skin is warm beneath my palm, alive with subtle signals that invite deeper connection. We move together with a knowing ease, like a well-rehearsed dance where every step is greeted with trust and affection. The softness of her curves against me, the way she molds close like puzzle pieces fitting perfectly, all of it sends a rush of gratitude through me for this shared space, this beautiful moment where connection is both simple and profound. A long sigh escapes her lips as she nestles closer, her head resting just above my heart. I can feel the steady thump of her heartbeat, slow, calm, and sure, and it resonates within me like a gentle drumbeat grounding us both. In the quiet that follows, our bodies seem to mirror one another's ease and comfort. The gentle pressing of her hand encourages me to relax further, to let go of any remaining tensions and simply be present with her, with us. There is something sacred in this vulnerability, a soft honesty that deepens the bond without the need for words or grand gestures. We share in the warmth of this closeness for a time that feels both fleeting and infinite. The world outside fades away, replaced by the glow of quiet affection and the subtle pleasures of touch and trust. Each movement is languid, unhurried, deliberate in its tenderness and intention. Her soft fingers find their way to my cheek, tracing gentle circles that spark a sweet shiver of feeling. I respond in kind, drawing slow patterns down her arm and across her back, cherishing every nuance of her skin and every tremor of contentment she offers. In this dance of gentle attention, we rediscover the joy found in the smallest of touches and the longest of shared silences. As night deepens, the familiarity between us grows even more comforting. We move seamlessly into a restful embrace, her body melting into mine with the ease of longtime companions. My hands cradle her, threading through the soft strands of her hair, while her breath falls against my chest in a rhythm that soothes and quiets the mind. There's a luminous beauty in the simple act of holding someone so dear, a reminder that presence itself can be the greatest gift we offer one another. The quiet moments stretch comfortably onward, woven together by trust, affection, and the deep satisfaction of being seen and loved without condition. Before sleep draws us fully under its spell, a playful smile flits across her lips. She shifts lightly, offering a teasing glance that reignites a spark of shared delight. I respond with a gentle laugh, drawn in by the familiar spark of connection that flickers between us even after hours of closeness. We explore each other with light touches filled with warmth and humor, igniting the flickering embers of desire that sustain and scintillate long after the initial blaze. It is a dance of knowing and appreciating, a celebration of the profound joy found in mutual affection and playful intimacy. In those final moments before rest, we savor the softness of togetherness. Our hands intertwine, the quiet squeeze a promise of more shared mornings, more warm embraces, and more treasured moments ahead. The room dims gently as night deepens, wrapping us in a cocoon of calm and comfort. With a contented sigh, we close our eyes and drift toward sleep, hearts aligned and spirits intertwined, a perfect harmony of love, trust, and deeply felt connection that carries gently into the night.